They say she would have never been found, but for that one climber late back from the crag who raised the alarm. And that's probably true. I heard the news that same night as it was chewed round the back bar of the pub. I heard it from that seasoned old dad who passed his short son half and said, "Look, that's why you stick to the guidebook." I heard it from the caravan couple sat side by side who wouldn't watch the TV, so watched the fruit machine instead, and sat semi-mesmerised by the bright flashing lights as they haloed Noel Edmonds' head. And she said, "Why would anyone walk out into them hills when the gallery in the village square is filled with photos of the views taken by professionals?" But I heard most of it from the baggers. The sport walkers drenched in mountain posh, in Arctic grey jackets and new Gore-Tex boots who shot insults back and forth like business class pool and said tourist and too old, and if you can't afford the gear to go mountaineering, maybe you should just stay on the valley floor. And then up stood this craggy-faced old bastard who looked like the bar had been built round him without his say. He was that weather-worn old stone-built farmhouse incorporated into the new build housing estate. He was that 3-foot thick oak fireplace filled with leaflets for the Windermere late-night lake cruises. He has heard all that's been said, and yet now he stands and chooses to tap that Gore-Tex jacket on the back. He says, "Listen, lad, I used to run them mills, lithe and supple. Legs like catgut bowstrings, limber as a Mayborn Herdwick, our bastard hard, clipped and trim and fit. Slogging up the scree with studded feet, lungs begging desperate depths of yes from the suckling cloud and finding only raw refusal in the fellside air. I'd shunt and stumble up, every stride a numb and laboured oarstroke punched into an uphill sea. Though I know you won't think it now to look at me." And he pats the ache and ale pied between his crying kidneys and pulls on his pint. "Aye, going up you need guts, like digging graves on grief. But coming down, lad, coming down, oh, I could sing. Feet fingering forward across the rocks like a blind woman would read Braille. Relief and response. A bold and blatant tongue to them as can speak it, and yet so secret from the deaf-legged layman. So secret to them that can't read stones to touch. But not me. I were nimble as a gill. Trickle in the valley throats, cut between two tongues. I spake that slate language of the land. But anyone can fall, slip, twist. Anyone can see their knee burst, like a conker on concrete beneath a bullock's cloven toe, and fetch up in legless agony on their back in the bracken, weighing the weight of their pain like a birth in the throat, and lay braying for help like a left-behind lamb as night closes in from the ridge. And if you ever do fall, I hope that 2 young farmhands hear your screech from 400 feet beneath in the fold yard, and are wise enough to know it's no barn owl's bark, and trace up the path in the black with their tools, and fashion a stretcher from an old 5-bar gate, and carry you hours down, rescued and safe. Anyone can fall." And with that, he drained the black dregs in his glass, put it down, picked up his stick and pushed past and hobbled off, stooped to the gloom.